One of the most overlooked aspect of health is malnutrition. I'm not talking about instances where there is famine and there's no adequate food. I'm talking about malnutrition in the normal population. This is both young and old people. So there are a lot of signs that shows that somebody is malnourished. And you might be asking yourself, how is it possible? Because there's plenty of food out there, but what happens is that one, the food has changed in quality, and the nutrients that used to be inherently found in foods like vegetables and meat, that has also changed a lot. We all know that. And also the gut health has changed a lot just because of all these interventions that that we use, things like antibiotics and painkillers and contraceptive pills. That changes the gut microbiome, and that changes obviously the health of the gut. So most of the deficiencies are caused by the fact that people have got gut issues, inflammation in the gut, and they are not absorbing, digesting and absorbing nutrients from the food that are taking. So when there is a gut issue, you might find that the person has got low stomach acid, so they don't digest their food very well, low pancreatic enzymes, low bile as well, and some people even have got, they are missing the gallbladder. They've had a cholecystectomy, so that means that it's not possible for them to have this bolus of bile being injected into the digestive system. So poor digestion, and also combined with poor nutrition, that's nutrient status of the food that we eat. So the signs, if we look at the skin, if you see somebody who bruises easily, that's a sign usually of like vitamin K. If somebody doesn't heal very well, let's say they've got a wound and they don't heal very well, that's a sign of low vitamins like vitamin A, C, and vitamin E. And also if somebody has got a dry, flaky skin and they age very quickly, also a sign that they've got low vitamins and minerals. And if you look at the face, if somebody's got like these deep dark spots, that's a sign of low iron. And another sign on the skin is if you run your hands behind your upper arms like this, okay, you might find that it's gritty. And if it's smooth, that's what you want. But if it's gritty, it's a sign of low nutrients. The nails, they can tell a lot. If somebody has got these big ridges, they've got spots on their nails, and also if they've got the shape of the nail, if they've got like a spoon, so that the nails, they assume this spoon shape, that's a sign of malnutrition. So the question is, how can you fix that? Well, by fixing the gut, the health of the gut, and obviously choosing your foods correctly, then you are going to fix the problem. But what also happens is that people are very low in protein. Why? Because they don't choose enough protein from their foods. And also the fact that they are not digesting and assimilating this protein well. A sign that somebody is low in protein is when they don't heal well. So in other words, if they continually getting like flus and colds, and they don't recover very well, because we know that the antibodies that we have to use to deal with any infection, they also come from the protein. And if somebody doesn't build muscle, no matter how much they train, it's a sign that they've got low protein. So these deficiencies are quite prevalent, and ultimately they cause pathology, they cause disease. Okay, so you can have symptoms like not healing very well, having fatigue, getting bruised easily, but ultimately all the processes in the body, whether it's methylation, whether it's detoxification, whether it's resolving inflammation, you need nutrients. So that's why it's very important that you fix your gut and you choose your food wisely. And if you think there's something wrong with your gut, test and seek help. But your gut health is is important, because if you don't have gut health, you can choose the best food, but you will remain malnourished.